Hi, the video that I chose was the video by Ronald Reagan called A Time to Change. And First of all, I really loved the speech. It was wonderful. I love Ronald Reagan. He's very good with his words and helping people to think and presenting facts. So I really enjoyed that speech. The main point to me, he starts out by saying that many people say that we are living in the best of times ever, and that we have a ton of peace and everyone's really happy with what's going on. And he says, well, wait a second, you don't realize all the debt that we have, and that like 37 cents, I think it was, of our dollar goes to our taxes, and all the debt that we're in as far as compared to the other countries of the world, it's a heck of a lot more. And he was talking about how some people say that we are in a peaceful time, and surely, they're thinking compared to World War I or World War II, they're at peace. And he says that whenever there is some American somewhere fighting for us, dying for us, then we're not at peace. And I was really impacted by that because it's right. And so I think that was his main point, just like, you think that everything's okay, but it's not, and we need to focus on these issues. And that was a really good speech that he made. Nonverbal cues. He has a very confident stance, like the way that he held himself, and he would make eye contact with the crowd a little bit. Just to show his confidence in what he was saying. He would also move from one foot to another. The camera didn't really show his hands, but I did notice that he would kind of move a little bit so that he could like recapture people's attention that were looking at him, and I did find that a little bit helpful because sometimes you kind of get lost while listening to them. Listening challenges experienced. I just feel like he needed to pause a little bit more. I think that him speaking and like giving out all these facts and the stories, I would sometimes miss a little bit of what he was saying because I was processing what he had just said, and then I would lose what he was like saying in the moment. And also some challenges, like when he would move, the film was in black and white, and so he'd move and it would leave like this white ghost where he was, and that was distracting. It would make me kind of focus on that and how interesting it was that the technology has changed so much, but that has nothing to do with the video, and I was a little bit frustrated with that. Some activities that distracted or affected my ability to listen. My neighbor entered the apartment complex while I was listening, and I thought that she was my husband, and so I looked out the window and I was like, oh, he can't be home yet, I'm still working on homework and he's babysitting the baby. And so that distracted me for a second. I had to watch that part of the video again. And also my own thoughts. I mean, I it's the first weekend of October, and in my religion we always have a general conference on the first weekend of October. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, I have like 15 minutes until the next conference session starts, and I need to finish this homework assignment so that I can start watching it on time. And that really affected my ability to be able to focus and listen. And I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done this assignment with other things in my mind, but it did help me to realize that, when you're doing an assignment, you need to prepare for it and not have other things on your mind. Um, I Let's see. The next thing was tasks that do not affect my listening. I would have to say eating. I often have classes that allow for snacks, and I'll eat some chips or popcorn or something, or fruit, healthy things. And I've noticed that it kind of helps me focus a little bit more because I don't you know, I can't do anything else except for just eat and listen. And like whenever I'm watching a movie or something, I'll always have popcorn and it doesn't distract at all. Though thinking about any other things that I could be listening, like it all distracts. Even taking notes, like I'm so stuck on what I'm writing down that I can't even listen to what the teacher's saying. So I think there are very, very few things that don't distract from listening. But I think eating is one of those things. Like, I definitely can eat and listen at the same time, which is good. And that is my video presentation.